Have you ever noticed how the biggest decisions of your life often come disguised as the smallest moments? A conversation, a smile, a message, a feeling. And before you know it, you're building a life with someone who was once a stranger. But here's the truth we don't like to admit. Most people spend more time choosing a phone contract than choosing the person they'll build a future with. We fall for chemistry, we fall for charm, we fall for the version of someone they curate for us. But marriage is not built on chemistry, it's built on character. And character is the one thing you cannot fake. So today, I want to take you on a journey through Islam, stoicism, psychology, and the reality of modern life. A journey that helps you see men not through the lens of emotion, but through the lens of truth. Because the man you choose will shape your peace, your children, your home, your future, your destiny. And you deserve clarity. Let's begin. Imagine you're standing at the doorway of your future home, not the Pinterest perfect one, the real one. The one where arguments happen at 2 a.m., where bills arrive on the same day the boiler breaks, where children cry, where life tests you in ways you never expected. And someone asks you, who do you trust to build this life with you? Most people answer with emotions, but emotions are weather, beautiful, unpredictable, temporary. So let's talk about the qualities that actually matter. The first is character. Charm is a performance. Character is a pattern. Islam says, if someone whose religion and character you are pleased with comes to you, marry him. Stoicism says, virtue is the only good. Psychology says, people don't rise to the level of your expectations, they fall to the level of their habits. A woman once told me, he was perfect when things were easy. But when my mother got cancer, he disappeared emotionally. I realized I married a highlight reel, not a human being. Charm is how he treats you when life is easy. Character is how he treats you when life is hard. And in today's world, the biggest red flag is inconsistency. A man who is warm one day, cold the next. A man who treats you like a queen, but treats his mother like a burden. A man who posts motivational quotes but lives the opposite. That's not complexity, that's instability. The second quality is emotional mastery, the real strength of a man. The Prophet said, the strong man is the one who controls himself when angry. Stoicism echoes, no man is free who is not master of himself. Modern psychology calls this emotional regulation, the #1 predictor of relationship success. I once saw a couple argue about something small, a misplaced receipt. The husband didn't shout, he didn't storm out, he simply said, give me 5 minutes, I need to reset. He walked away, breathed, returned, and said, okay, let's solve this. That's emotional mastery. That's leadership. But today's world is full of emotional volatility. Men who punch walls, men who throw their phones, men who block you during arguments, men who disappear for 48 hours, men who post cryptic "nobody cares about me" stories, men who use anger as intimidation. This is not passion, this is emotional violence waiting to happen. The third quality is responsibility, the weight a man chooses to carry. Islamic kiwama is not domination, it is responsibility, protection, provision, and moral leadership. A responsible man doesn't blame the world. He doesn't run from difficulty. He doesn't collapse under pressure. He doesn't make excuses. He stands. He shows up. He follows through. A man once told his wife, I lost my job today, but I promise you, you will not feel the instability. I'll handle the storm before it reaches you. And he did. But today's red flag is the victim mentality. A man who blames his ex, blames his boss, blames the economy, blames his childhood, blames the universe. He's not unlucky, he's unaccountable, and unaccountable men make terrible husbands. The fourth quality is kindness, the forgotten masculinity. The Prophet ﷺ said, "The best of you are those who are best to their wives." Kindness is not weakness, it is strength without cruelty, power without arrogance, leadership without ego. A man once said to his wife during an argument, "I'm upset, but I will not raise my voice. You deserve dignity even when we disagree." That's not softness, that's mastery. But today's world is full of hostility disguised as humor. Men who mock your feelings, men who call you too sensitive, men who make jokes at your expense, men who use sarcasm as a weapon, men who humiliate you in front of friends. This is not humor, this is hostility, and hostility is the seed of emotional abuse. The fifth quality is financial discipline, not wealth. Islam doesn't ask for a millionaire. It asks for a man who earns halal, spends responsibly, and provides with dignity. A man earning £2,000 who budgets, saves, and plans is more stable than a man earning £10,000 who spends like a child with a credit card. But today's red flags are everywhere. Men who buy designer clothes but have no savings. Men who drive a Mercedes but live with their parents. Men who invest in crypto but not in their future. Men who spend £300 on a night out but complain about $30 groceries. Men who hide debt, hide spending, hide gambling. You're not marrying a man, you're adopting one. The sixth quality is respect for women, the non-negotiable. Islam emphasizes honoring women. Stoicism emphasizes justice. Life emphasizes patterns. A man once said, "I don't talk badly about my ex. She's someone I once cared for. Her dignity is still my responsibility." That's respect. That's maturity. But today's world is full of misogyny disguised as masculinity. Men who follow half-naked influencers. Men who comment "hot, hot, hot" on strangers' photos. Men who call women females. Men who say modern women are the problem. Men who consume red pill content. This is not masculinity, this is insecurity, and insecurity always escalates. The seventh quality is taqwa, the anchor of everything. Taqwa is not fear, it is awareness, consciousness, accountability. A man with taqwa apologizes when wrong, avoids oppression, fears hurting you, seeks Allah's pleasure in how He treats you. A man once said, "I'm not gentle because she deserves it. I'm gentle because Allah is watching." That's taqwa. That's safety. But today's red flag is selective Islam. Men who pray but lie, fast but cheat, quote Quran but insult, use deen to control, use religion to silence you, use Islam selectively. He's not religious, he's manipulative. And finally, peace. The most underrated quality. Ask yourself, do I feel safe around him? Do I feel calmer or more anxious? Does he bring peace or storms? Islam calls it sukoon. Stoicism calls it ataraxia. Your heart calls it home. A woman once said, "I didn't marry him because he made my heart race. I married him because he made my soul rest." That's the difference between excitement and peace, between attraction and partnership, between a spark and a home. But today's world is full of emotional turbulence, men who drain your energy, destabilize your peace, confuse your heart, make you question your worth. This is not love, this is emotional erosion. So when you combine Islam, Stoicism, psychology, and lived wisdom, the message becomes clear. Marry the man whose character is stronger than his impulses, whose principles are stronger than his ego, and whose peace is stronger than his pride. Because in the end, Looks fade, money fluctuates, charm evaporates. But character? Character is forever. If this message resonated with you, if it made you think, if it gave you clarity, like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more conversations that go deeper than the surface.